Alright, peeps, what up? Alright, so this problem is from Love Math, and I will want you to take the time and follow this account on Instagram. So, this is the problem, and I'm gonna show you how to solve it. Here, we're gonna use substitution method, alright? So, what I want you to know, we're gonna take this whole thing. You see three square roots, the outer one, the inner one, and the inner one, okay? We're gonna substitute this one to continue. How are we gonna do that? We're gonna do this. We are taking this part and we're gonna substitute this. Okay? So I'll write it like this. So the square root of square root x plus 1 is equal to p. And you're gonna see why. Because now instead of a long thing, I'll just write it shorter. The square root of p is equal to 3. Okay, so why did I do this? Is now I could calculate what's p. So to get p, I have to square both sides. Okay, so if I square the square root of p, I'm gonna get p. And if I square 3, so 3 squared is equal to 9. So I'm gonna get 9. Okay, so now I know my p is 9. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna plug the p, so the 9, in this equation back. So I know the next step is the square root of square root x plus 1 plus 1 is equal to p, but I know my p is 9. So I usually teach my students this at this side, like it's not a must, but at this side I want a letter and at this side I want a number. It's called the balance method, but some of you guys would just see you send the 1 to the other side. This is going to become 8, but it's just a structure. Okay, so here I'm going to use -1, so subtract 1 and subtract 1, and I'll stay with this. So the square root of square root x plus 1 is equal to 8, because 9 minus 1 is 8. But some of you guys saw it, you send the 1 to the other side, you're going to get 8. Okay, so what are we going to do for the next step? We want to get an inner part again, so we have to square both sides again. Okay, so if I square this, I'm gonna get the inner part, square root x plus 1, and 8 squared is equal to 64. So this one is 64. Okay, and I'll use the balance method again, so I'll subtract 1, or you see it quick, you send the 1 to the other side, and you'll stay with square root of x is equal to 63. And again, what do we have to do? We have to square both sides. So x is equal to, and 63 squared, let me see if I can get it out of my head, it's 3,969. Okay, so your x is 309,069. But we're not done, because we gotta control it. We gotta check it out if it really makes sense. Okay, so my x is this, so I'm gonna plug 3,969 here, and I have to get 3. So let me just start. So I know the square root of the square root of square root 3 is, okay, I'm gonna make it a bit bigger, and you might get pop and pop. The square root 3,969, and then plus 1, and then at the end plus 1 is equal to 3. So we're just gonna work from the inside now. We'll start with this. Here you're gonna get, this will become, so I'm just gonna mark it for you, this will become 63. So you're gonna get the square root of square root 63 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, but what do I know? 63 plus 1 is equal to 64. So our O is 3. So I'm gonna get 64 plus 1 is 3. Let's see if it really makes sense. Okay, I'm still gonna work in the inner part. So I'm still gonna work with this. Sorry, I have to circle this for you. And this one, it becomes 8 because 8 times 8 is 64. So what am I going to get is the square root of 8 plus 1 is 3. Hey, and I know 8 plus 1 is 9, so the square root of 9 is 3. And it's okay. Boom! That's your answer.